I'm meteorologist Peter Hall. Here's CNY Central First Alert weather forecast. And as expected, it's been a very wet day so far with consistent rainfall. Well, this midday early afternoon update describes what may happen as we head to the rest of the day. Now, there's a slight update to discuss. I still think everybody should be wet through mid-afternoon. Let's call it Syracuse, probably wet, noon, 1, 2, maybe to 3. I wouldn't be surprised if on the 81 corridor that the rain tapers off at or after 3. Now, after that happens, I can't rule out a shower or some kind of little mist or something coming through, but most of the time after 3 for the 81 corridor, we may actually have the rain stopping. Now, it's still going to be damp on the ground from 18 hours worth of rain, but still, it's at that point where we may get ourselves to 65 between 3 and 8 o'clock this evening. Then overnight, still some patchy clouds, and those areas that wind up getting a little clearing will probably have some low clouds and fog. But certainly the rain deficit has been defeated. We had talked about that for a long time in the winter and early spring months, but we've had a lot of rain recently, so that's gone. Blended skies, blended and somewhat splendid at times on Wednesday, I guess you could say, because there'll be some sun, and that sun should get us to 70. The thing is, there's likely to be a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. Thursday's risk of a shower is lower, and so will the temperatures be as well, near 60 versus the 70 on Wednesday. And it should be pleasant for Friday and hopefully for most of the weekend. So fast forward to 8 p.m. The back edge of the rain at that point is probably right in there. And that, that line of ending of the rain is probably about there at 3 or so. Maybe that's a little off, but you get the point. Overnight, some cloud cover, maybe another sprinkle or shower. And you can see that kind of coming through. And then also, I've looked to the west. Either the night goes like this, it stays cloudy all night, or clouds give way to clearing, which, because of all the rain we've had, leads to new clouds and fog. One or the other. It's not really that huge of a difference, except that if we do get clearing and light winds, the fog could be thick. That would be the only caveat to throw in there. So what I've done is I've kept it a little bit cloudy in the morning and foggy maybe. And then we go to sun. Notice the pop-up stuff here up north and at times coming through the area. That's that spotty shower with thunderstorm risk. I think actually the percentage chance for it happening later in the afternoon and evening is pretty high, but the amount of the day that it covers is low, as opposed to today, which has been basically washed out. It'll be about 70 on Wednesday, and then a touch cooler on Thursday. Clouds, some sun. Again, another little pop-up shower possible, although the percentage chance of Syracuse getting it is a bit lower, although you may have noticed this area and points east probably have a higher probability than Syracuse. Syracuse on Thursday is about a 1 in 3 chance. It's maybe more like 60% over in there. Total sunshine today is, well, not much, if any. As rain tapers off, sometimes the overcast can thin out, so we'll throw in still maybe a little, but between 0 and 9%. The next 2 days, 50-50 split isn't so bad. Obviously, it rained today. Like we had mentioned, the high probability, it's probably going to do something, a little pop-up shower thunderstorm, but the portion of the day covered by rain is much, much lower tomorrow than it is today. There's the Thursday thing. Friday and Saturday, probably dry. Here's the 7-day forecast, which remains unchanged since we last checked in earlier this morning. Overall, pretty close to normal as you average out the next 7 days. I'm meteorologist Peter Hall. Take a look at our radar. You can track the rain with CNYCentral.com.